thing with the apparel at the end, but there's already apparently another Nathan Strange out there. You wouldn't think that would be a super common name, but
I was going to say maybe go with Doctor Strange, but you probably have to deal with a little...
Marvel might not be happy about some legal action, yeah.
So now you said something funny there when you talked about discussion about the name. Now you're the only band member. Who are you discussing that with?
Ken Burka actually has kind of helped me a little bit with songwriting and stuff, and he's like, that could be confusing for people. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's a name that I've kind of carried with my music since high school, so I don't know. It can be stubborn sometimes. So who knows?
It is what it is, right? So talk to us about how you got into the music scene and it came up with the idea for the one-man band kind of thing.
I listened to a lot of music, so something like Dashboard Confessional was something I listened to a lot of back in the day, and thought it was something that was enjoyable and kind of fit with a certain crowd. I mean, you don't really have to practice with anybody. It's just you just kind of write your songs and share them as needed,
Yeah, and like Rainy Day Apparel, you've been doing this for how long?
Quite a while, but I would say recently, the last 3 or 4 years, I've kind of recorded a little more as far as demos goes, and just tried to put myself out there a bit.
And so we'll talk a little bit more about the music that you do in just a few minutes. We're going to get into some weather details first, followed by music from BB Rexa and Florida Georgia Line. Meant to Be is next. BB Rexa and Florida Georgia Line on Country 88, where we love our country. Good morning, Damon Pront here with you, and Nathan Strange in studio talking Rainy Day Apparel, his band. You've got all sorts of music out there. Where can we find some of your music?
Probably the best place is SoundCloud. Usually upload stuff to there, so it's just soundcloud.com/The Rainy Day Apparel.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much to find it. Okay, so what kind of instruments do you I was going to say you guys play, but no, what kind of instruments do you play that you put into your music?
It's mostly guitar driven, I would say acoustic guitar, but when I record I can throw some electric,
whatever you want.
Yeah, piano, bass. I dabble with those. I wouldn't say I'm proficient or anything like that, but it gets on there.
Is it more of an experiment for you when you make your music as opposed to making music to, I don't know, soothe the soul or anything like that?
Yeah, a friend of mine, actually Kenny, said that you just have like a creative urge and it kind of gets bottled up and you need to like release it, or can drive you a little bit crazy. And I find that's kind of how I am. If I've got something in there, I need to record it or get it out there as soon as possible, or it starts to kind of drive me a little bit nuts. So
does it build up? Like, do you find yourself at certain points in the year where you're like, I've got this urge?
It's funny actually. It's whenever I'm the most busy, right?
Really?
Yeah, like if it's at work and we're it's like a report card time. The first thing that it's like a song lyric will pop into my head. I'm like, come on, I'm trying.
That's really funny. We'll come back with Nathan Strange in just a few minutes. First, though, we've got Aaron Lyons. This is Lights on My Hometown on Country 88. 21 minutes after 7 o'clock on Country 88, where we love our country. Temperature outside right now, -4. Our high for today, +8, which is always nice. Nathan Strange joins us in studio. Rainy Day Apparel is the band, and he's got a whole bunch of songs right now on SoundCloud. Talk to us a little bit about how you kind of discovered music in your own words.
Right. Well, my cousin got a guitar, I think for a birthday or Christmas or something. It was this shiny red guitar, and I was like, oh, I want that. I want what he has. So I asked my parents, can I get a guitar? I think that would be great. And they, like, you know what? They went down to the basement and grabbed this old acoustic, and it was like, I'm pretty sure it was missing a string, and it was like, learn to play on this thing first, and then we'll talk. Yeah. So I was super determined. Went on, grabbed some tabs off the internet, taught myself, and then they had to buy me a guitar.
And it just kind of ran away from there?
Yeah, just kind of kept going with it. It was enjoyable. It's something you could do when you're sitting and watching TV or what, it was an easy hobby to pick up.
Now, you have a family. Any music that you kind of write towards family?
Yeah, I think it definitely pops up in the lyrics. There's a song I have called This Too Shall Pass. It was on a compilation that had a ton of ton of listens, and it was cool to write a song about family and have it listened to by like I think it was like 750,000 listens on,
oh, wow,
on the whole compilation. Yeah, so that was very humbling for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. So, okay, talk about, I guess, the difference now. You've been in front of a crowd, I guess, performing how many times, would you say?
Like...
Ish.
20?
Okay, so what's the difference between playing in front of somebody that you don't know as opposed to maybe playing in front of somebody that you do know?
With this upcoming show here, I've been kind of laughing. My friends buying tickets, being really supportive and stuff like that, spending $40 to come and hang out with me. I'm like, that's too bad. You know? But, you know, obviously they're there for some music. But, yeah, I think, I don't know, there's just, it does feel different, though. You know, when you're playing to a room of strangers or a room of friendly faces, you know, you're kind of, the mindset is maybe a little different.
I was going to say, do you feel a little bit more nervous in front of people that you know?
You know, it's kind of even. I think I just don't want to screw up either way.
Yeah, that's fair. Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up for you, because you do have some shows coming up.
Yeah, April 19th with a band from Halifax called Hillsburn. I'm very excited about it. Dead Horse Entertainment has been really nice in including me in that, so that's I'm looking forward to it. Like equally as a fan and as a performer, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
It's going to be awesome. Where can we find tickets for this?
On Dead Horse Entertainment's website, and you know, if you happen to know me, you can come grab them from me, or I think that's probably the best two places to get them. And
where can we find your music, or where can we find you on the internet?
Facebook, The Rainy Day Apparel, Twitter at TRDA Music, and same with Instagram for that one at TRDA Music. So that's... You know,
easy enough.
That's where all the stuff is. Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Nathan, for coming in. It's been great talking to you and kind of picking your brain on what it's like being a musician in the Pembina Valley.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. We've got more music on the way to lead us to our 7:30 news, weather, and sports. Billy Currington is next.